To begin on the home front here, leaders Akwa United were held to a 1-0 draw by Rivers United in the Nigeria Professional Football League Match Day 33 fixture in Port Harcourt on Sunday. Charles Asimene pounced on a defensive mistake in the Rivers United defense to put his side ahead in the 53rd minute. Bakar Bamba equalized for the host 3 minutes from time after he was teed up by substitute Fortune Omoneware. Akwa United remained top of the standings with 61 points from 33 games. Nasarawa United maintained second position on the table after a slim 1-0 home win against MFM in Lafia. In other matches, Katsina United played out 1-0 draw with Lobby Stars. Warri Wolves defeated Kwara United 1-0. Akwa Starlets lost 2-0 to Canopelas. Adamawa United and Sunshine Stars played goalless draw, while Wiki Tourist defeated Abia Warriors 1-0. And Manchester United opened their pre-season preparations ahead of their new campaign with a 2-1 victory over Derby at the sunny Pride Park. A heavily rotated United team in the early throes of their first sessions this summer took the lead through Tahi Chong before Facundo Pelistri netted the second goal. The hosts sported several players vying for contracts and delivered a showing which will give boss Wayne Rooney plenty to be optimistic about. Colin Cousin Richards drilled in from distance for the Rams to half the deficit. And Wimbledon finalist Matteo Berrettini has been forced to pull out of the Tokyo Olympics with a muscle strain. The world number 8 Berrettini picked up the injury in London, where he became the first Italian to reach a Wimbledon singles final. The 25-year-old was spearheading an Italian team of Fabio Fognini, Lorenzo Sognango, Lorenzo Mossetti in the men's tennis, and Sara Errani, Jasmine Paolini, and Camilla Giorgi in the women's. Two players and support staff members of the South Africa's men's Olympic team have tested positive for coronavirus in Tokyo. The three players, Dabiso Monyanye and Komabelo Mahalisi, and video analyst Mario Masha, are now in isolation. Tokyo Olympics organizers said two competitors had tested positive for the coronavirus in the athletes' village after a team colleague was also infected. This has raised fears of a cluster just days before the opening ceremony. Lewis Hamilton has won the British Grand Prix after collision with the title rival Max Verstappen in the opening lap. Verstappen crashed out when Mercedes driver Hamilton dived down his inside on the entry to Copse at 180 meters per hour, with the British driver tagging the rear of the Red Bull car. The Belgian-Dutch driver was sent out of control and crashed into the wall in the high-speed accident at Silverstone. Hamilton was given a 10-second time penalty for causing a collision. Hamilton's win moved him to within 8 points of Verstappen in the Rivers World Championship. Well, Demola Adedoyi joins me live now to talk more about the Olympics at the moment. Well, Demola,
good morning.
Quite a number of events happening at the moment in the Olympics. But first, let's look at Team Nigeria's contingent to the Olympics. About 60 athletes will represent Nigeria, and Nigeria will also be competing in 10 sports. Yeah, that's right. What expectations do we have of Team Nigeria?
Well, first of all, absolutely excited. We're, just 3-4 days down to the tournament. Big ups to the Japanese government for pulling this one out. Coming down to Nigeria, good momentum going in. You look at the sports, we can pick out the basketball. Look at the Nigerian basketball men's team. We see what they have done, in the pre-Olympic Games against Argentina and the United States. So I think they are going in with a lot of momentum. And we can talk about gymnasts as well. We have our first appearance in there with Uche Eke. The boy seems confident. He's a pretty young lad. He won gold at the African Youth Games. So I think going in with a lot of confidence will help him as well. And the track, Blessing Akagbari, Divine Oduduru, really excited.
You also have Enoch Adegoki. You have Toby Amuson, Brume.
Really excited to see.
These are male athletes.
Really excited to see what they're going to, bring into a track in this event. And for swimming, one representative, she did not do as well as she would have loved in the African Youth Games. She did not reach the semi-finals, but let's see how much she can, bring into this swimming events, in the competition.
All right, then, which of the sports do you think that we have, strongest
grip on?
Yes.
As it stands, I still think it's the basketball. Not the women's team anyways, because there was a howler, last night against USA. We got beaten, the women's team. But, you look at the men's team, you look at the likes of Jalil Okafor, you look at the likes of Precious Achiuwa. These guys, are hungry, they're young, and they got that Nigeria spirit in them, and you can see how they put it all on the floor against United States. So they have a huge momentum coming into this competition and I think it's one the whole nation is looking forward to. So I would say basketball. And
it's also good to know that after their exploits in those tune-up matches against Argentina, against USA, don't forget, is #1 ranked
in the world,
team in the world, and Argentina was #4 before Nigeria. Was now rated #4.
Number 4 after the win against Argentina.
Yes.
It all boils down to that. That's what I'm saying. It's very important when you go into something with huge momentum. It gives you that confidence. It gives you that spell to want to go further. So I think in the sport of basketball, the Nigerian team is going in the right shape. So I think as a nation, the only job we have to do is back them, up from home, and we'll see what they can get out with that.
All right. Well, the concern that is coming out from the Olympics camps at the moment, the outbreak of COVID-19 cases. South Africa, as we saw earlier, reported cases in their football team, and quite a number of other cases as well. Team Great Britain also had issues and all of that. It's worrying.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm surprised to see news like this come up. There's a pandemic, and if we're trying to organize an event, it's left for us as a world to know how we're going to curb, the pandemic. And I mean, good steps taken. They're not going to be fans in this, but I fear if it continues this way, we just might have a postponement, just like the fight between Fury and what's his name? Fury and Wilder was postponed because a member of their team had COVID. So I think if care is not taken, if things keep on going this way, we just might have a postponement, which is not going to be good for the anticipation so far in this event. So.
All right. Well, a number of tennis top stars have pulled out of their teams. Going into the Olympics, tournament. You have Serena Williams. You have Roger Federer, Berrettini. Only yesterday they pulled out. Coco Gauff as well. They pulled out of Team USA. And is there a sense in which the pull out of these stars will take a shot?
I think I'm going to start with the disappointment of the whole pull out thing with Coco Gauff. Looking at how young she is, we were really expectant.
And don't also forget Naomi Osaka.
Exactly, Naomi Osaka as well. We were really expectant to see what these two young tennis athletes were going to bring into the event. But let's just put it this way. You get to a point in your sports career, you have to listen to your body. Some setbacks in this were injuries, but we have Novak. So let's see what he will bring with the Serbian team. So I think that's a highlight for the tennis in the competition.
All right, Demola, thanks.
Thank you very much,
IK.
I appreciate it. Yeah.